So Warwick's new passive is called Eternal Thrust. Warwick's basic attacks deal bonus magic damage. If Warwick is below half health, the bonus damage heals him for the same amount. And I imagine, as far as I know, this can work on monsters and minions. Since he's still somewhat of a jungler, this will help him with his clears. If he gets low and he doesn't have a pot or something like that, he can use his passive to kind of help heal him back up. It should also help him in combat if he gets caught out, counter-jungled, or anything like that. It seems kind of interesting. Warwick's Q, which I've jokingly called, I put my hand up on your hip, when you dash, I dash, we dash. Because Warwick lunges forward and bites his target, healing for some of the damage dealt. Holding down the key locks onto the target, causing Warwick to leap behind him. So for example, in the preview video, Ezreal arcane shifts away, and Warwick follows him through the arcane shift. It's interesting. Warwick's W, as a passive called Blood Hunt, which enemy champions with less than half health leave behind a global blood trail leading to them and are blood hunted. Warwick has increased attack speed against blood hunted targets and massively increased out of combat movement speed when moving towards them. These bonuses are tripled against enemies that are very low on health. And yes, that seems kind of like a little bit of a lot, maybe, but it's dependent on if the enemy is missing a bunch of health or missing quite a bit of health for them to have these bonuses, so I actually think that's kind of fair. The active in itself is the nearest champion is blood hunted even if they're full health. Blood Hunt's active has a long cooldown, but cooldowns are twice as fast, while no enemies are being hunted. So as far as I can tell, those bonuses, like the attack speed and all that, aren't going to be effective if they have full health. They just will be blood hunted. I'm not exactly sure yet, but it seems fair. Like, so far I'm actually rather impressed. This rework actually seems pretty fair to play against, which is always my biggest thing when it comes to reworks and new champions. Are they fun or at least fair to play against? And so far, Warwick seems like he is. His R is Primal Howl. Warwick takes reduced damage for a short duration. At the end of the duration, or if activated again, Warwick howls, causing nearby enemies to flee in fear. So pretty much, according to the video is rather short, so the duration that he takes reduced damage is also kind of short, and then he kind of like fiddlesticks them, or like an Urgot ultimate. He kind of fears them for a short bit of time as well. Again, it's all seeming kind of fair, because it's all melee range stuff too. These aren't like long range skill shots. And then we get to the R, which is Infinite Duress. We know Infinite Duress. Warwick leaps in the direction and suppresses the first champion he collides with, dealing damage and applying on-hit effects throughout the duration. The leap's distance increases based on Warwick's movement speed, and he heals for all the damage he deals during Infinite Duress. Warwick is immune to crowd control effects during the leap. And in the preview image, as in the stream they also did, Warwick's jump distance is increased based on movement speed. So in the stream, the playtester would take Ghost, because the range isn't like super ridiculously long on its own, but if you take Ghost, you have an Orianna that can speed you up or something like that, your range will increase on the jump. But I think what makes it kind of nice and somewhat fair to play against as well is that it is a skill shot. It is kind of dodgeable, so it's not automatic, hey, I'm in range of you, so I get to infinitely, like, just automatically suppress you, here's some free point and click damage. So I think that's kind of nice. I think ultimately, this is one of the first reworks where I feel like it's really fair to play against. Like I said earlier, that's my biggest critique and criteria when it comes to reworks and new champions. Does it at least feel good or at least fair to play against? And what I mean by that is, if you lose to it, you feel like some of it was your fault that you could correct and make better next time, and not so much this mechanic is so ridiculous, what the heck am I even doing playing this game? So feel free in the comment section down below to discuss your feelings on new Warwick, his abilities, his look, his skins, etc. But that's all for this video, so thank you so much for watching if you did. I don't know which video will be next, because life can be full of quite a mess. So till next time, take care from the Fire Godai FS. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe as well.